Gaza Strip has been focus of international media for the past few weeks as the truce between Israel and Hamas ended on December 19th. Even though the region has been under occupation for more than 4 decades, recent problems are the result of victory of Islamic group Hamas in the parliamentary election in January 2006. Hamas took control of Gaza Strip in 2007 from Fatah, another Palestinian political party headed by Mahmoud Abbas. Hamas, which is branded as a terrorist group by United States, Europe, and Israel, fired rockets from Gaza to the southern part of Israel and plotted many suicide bombings inside Israel. It has been clear from the statements made by West, especially United States, after elections and victory of Hamas, that they neither support Hamas nor will let them rule, even though they were democratically elected.
If you advocate the destruction of a country as part of your platform, and I know you can't be a partner in peace if you have if your party has got an armed wing. Well, I've made it very clear that the United States does not support political parties that want to destroy our ally Israel.
The situation in Gaza became worse when Israel tightened the blockade in June 2007, which left 1.5 million Palestinians to suffer shortages of essential commodities. The border closings also made it impossible for foreign aids to reach Gaza and also caused a severe shortage of fuel, food, and even medicine. The severity of blockade can be understood by considering the fact that 80% of Palestinians are dependent on foreign aid and unemployment rate is set to rise to 50%.
I think that instead of throwing bombs on Gaza, stopping electricity is a very humanitarian way of saying stop the Qassams.
To make matters worse, civil war between Fatah and Hamas made it harder for people to live in Gaza. The Israeli blockade did not only target the Palestinian armed groups responsible for the attack, but collectively punished the entire population of Gaza.
Well, Gaza is completely locked up, it's completely closed down. None of our humanitarian goods or workers can get in or out. I would say that this can only make a dire humanitarian situation even worse.
In June 2008, an Egyptian brokered 6-month ceasefire between Israel and Hamas came into force. Hamas said that it was Israel who broke the truce on November 4th by killing a Palestinian, and Hamas retaliated by firing rockets from Gaza. 6 more civilians were also killed by an Israeli airstrike afterwards. The US and Israel authorities condemned Hamas for breaking the truce. A week and a day after the official expiry of truce, Israel began a massive assault on Gaza, codenamed Operation Castlade, by launching airstrikes killing more than 225 people. 1 Israeli is killed and 6 wounded in missile attacks by Hamas in retaliation. In 3 minutes 40 seconds, 50 sites were bombed by Israel in Gaza, which many criticized and which damaged the international reputation of Israeli army. Unlike state-of-the-art Israeli weapon, Hamas uses homemade Qassam rocket, which rarely cause casualties. Since 2002, there have been 21 Israeli deaths by Hamas rockets fired from Gaza. Deaths caused to civilians by both the group cannot be justified. Protests already started against Israel all over the world for violating human rights by killing women, children, and elderly people, and attacking hospitals, schools, and even UN compound in Gaza.
Imploro la fine di quella violenza che è da condannare in ogni sua manifestazione, il ripristino della tregua nella striscia di Gaza. Chiedo un sussulto di umanità e di saggezza in tutti quelli che hanno responsabilità nella situazione.
It was the same United States who mediated the peace agreement between Israel and Palestine, supplied refined oil products worth $1.1 billion to Israeli military since 2004. Moreover, the primary weapon used by the Israeli Air Force in its initial attacks on Gaza was the GBU-39 Bunker cluster bomber, which Israel received a shipment of 1,000 units from US. The United Nations Security Council hasn't been able to force an end to Israeli attacks against Gaza due to the veto of US. Many other leaders also protested against the violent act of Israel against Gaza.
به زودی سران صهیونیسم و حامیان آن در دادگاه‌های عدالت محاکمه خواهند شد و از کاخ زورگویی به مذلت خواهند رسید.
Muhammad Shaheen, Soliya News Network.